Yes, welcome back. This is the second time we've recorded a podcast together.
Yeah. And the first time there was a
Yes,
video glitch.
there was a video, which that's happened to me a few times. I'll tell you what, podcasting, especially when you got a guest and you're interviewing somebody, there's things that can go wrong. Whether that's, the phone's storage filled up, and I have no way of knowing that. There's not a red
Yeah.
light we're looking at, so sometimes I get back over there, and that's why I always put the best camera I have on them. Now, in this case, we're using your camera and my camera. But if I ever have a guest, I'll put the best camera on them that's the least likely to die, has the most space. Hopefully, the camera that goes wrong is mine. It's happened a few times, but I always take note of how it happened and, prepare better next time.
Yeah.
Same thing with the mic. One time, sometimes there's bugs with these, and I've come to figure out how to fix them, but sometimes it won't record. And then now we've got the audio from the cameras, but not these high quality microphones. So there's ways to fix that too. But yeah, things go wrong. So you did your first podcast interview in here yesterday for an entirely new thing that you're starting up. How did that go?
Surprisingly, really well. I mean, I've done it before, right? Interviews here and there, but you kind of helped calm my nerves after because remember, I had the issue of maybe we were too repetitive and everything, but we figured it out. So now I feel good about it because we're just being ourselves, right?
Yeah.
We're not trying too hard or trying to do something that is not us. So I think
Yeah.
it went well. Right away we posted and I saw some good feedback. So I think it's something good.
What do you mean you posted it right after? Like just
A
shared
picture.
it online? Oh,
It
shared it.
was, me, you, and Miriam. So I tagged her. I tried to tag you, but I couldn't. I found you, but I was.
Oh, I got your tag, yeah.
Okay.
On my personal, yeah.
Okay.
I thought I reshared it as well.
Okay. Yeah, I was
think
just
I
trying to figure that out.
Repost it.
It gets tricky, but that was some good some comments. Hey, blah blah, and
Yeah.
so I
No,
was
so
like,
you've
okay, cool.
you've just gotten over like one of the most difficult parts of doing anything, which is like the first one.
Yeah.
There's gonna be bugs. It's gonna be the worst one. It always is, no matter wherever
Yeah.
you're starting at, it is looking back the worst one by far. So it's only up from here.
Yeah, I'm excited because a topic we were talking about yesterday with Miriam was don't be afraid to try new things. It's go for it, fail, and then learn from it. It's not like do it, I failed, I'm never gonna do it again.
Mm.
So we were talking about don't you have to share your dreams with dreamers because if you don't, then the conversation is gonna stop. Or they're just gonna be like, oh no, I knew a person that tried it and it failed. That's why you shouldn't do it.
Mhm.
So, so I'm excited because I think me and you can speak the same language, and with the people I kind of associate with, that's kind of our language. It's just, hey, I just opened a new sub restaurant. All right, it's not gonna be easy, but keep going. If you need any help, let me know. That's how we talk. Not like, are you sure? You don't know. It's winter time. Maybe people won't be hungry, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. I think that's in the DNA of a whatever you want to call it, someone who's creating something, an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I feel like creators under that, I feel like creator and entrepreneurs are just so closely
Yeah.
tied together in a lot of ways. To be a creator, you don't have to be an entrepreneur, but to be an entrepreneur, you got to be a creator,
Yeah.
sort of deal. So yeah, man, it's a pleasure to have you here and to kind of share what you're doing with everyone. Oh man, it made me so happy to see someone else in here coming in and using the podcast space because I'm the newest person to this studio. Emily set it up, then I came in the picture, and there were people here before me using it. So I've been the greenie up until this point. Now you're the greenie, and
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool, and you're doing something really cool with expanding Level Up Russellville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was, I mean, it was your idea. So I was like, I'll roll with it. It kind of, we had the same feeling about it. And I'm glad it finally happened. I think it's been, well, for me, about 15 months, 16 months of my background is music. So all of this is connected to it, the microphones, the studios, the lights. the video, and for me, it's kind of like a great outlet for me to just kind of get into it again and just possible, not possibly, but in a different form, but it's still the same thing. You
Yeah.
know, I always did music because if somebody heard our music and it was inspiring to them, then that made me happy. So same thing here. If I can do or say something that is going to inspire someone else, then I'm doing my job. You know, so
Hmm.
so I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm excited because you're taking the brand of Level Up Russellville or whatever, the goal, and you're expanding it to a community that I just can't reach, that I can't,
Yeah.
And so tell us about that, everyone listening. Introduce the idea to them.
Well, you know, it's basically showcasing what the community has in the Hispanic side, right? Leaders, restaurant owners, entrepreneurs, bringing them in here and then just picking at their brains, see where they come from. You know, just like your interviews, you know, how did you start? Difficult times, how did you overcome them? But in Spanish, and in hopes that it inspires other people. Let them know that they're not alone, that we've had the same issues, and you know, and be the bridge between the English speaking community and the Spanish. Because at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, we all want the same thing. You know, a better life, quality lifestyle, make our money, maybe build our dream home, send our kids to college.
Do you
You
run
know.
into like a lot of first generation immigrants around here
Yes, a lot, a
that
lot.
don't speak any English?
Don't speak any English, and how can I say it? Like they, like for example, when I've met a few of them, they kind of see like a glimpse of hope because I can help them. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is it called? Um, I don't want to say the wrong word. Interpret a letter that's all in English,
Oh yeah, yeah. You help
or
them kind
can
of.
you go to the courthouse with me? And I went with my buddy to open his new DBA, and I was like, oh, he needs this, that, and
He doesn't speak any English.
he does, but there's also a little embarrassed maybe because of the accent, maybe certain words are not
Mm.
gonna come to mind. So I kind of see, and I've met a lot of people that they probably don't speak English, but I've met a lot of them because I'm also constructing a house. So I was reaching out to people, so I started meeting different people, knowing their stories.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's great. I think it's gonna help highlight a few stories, you know,
Mm-hmm.
from maybe every area of life, you know. So I mean, back in the '80s, my parents were new here. Um, so I was that kid, 5-year-old kid that my parents taught me Spanish till I was 5. I went to school. It was hard because I was like learning a new language, and now I messed up because my kids don't know Spanish. Now they're complaining, but I guess I had that fear, right? Like, hey
Mm.
man, if I don't teach them English, they're probably gonna have a hard time, and you know. Plus, me and my wife speak English most of the time, but anyway, I do come across stories already, and my hope is just to be there for anyone that might need help or I don't know, just
Yeah,
encouragement, you know. So
yeah,
that kind of all ties in with this,
absolutely.
you know. And when I moved here, I felt that I could probably be that bridge with what I do and getting those ideas out. And now we're here, so that makes me excited, you know, to just
Yeah, and
kind of like what's gonna happen, but in a good way, you know. So
yeah, 100%. And not only are you here, but you have also like you're pushing it forward. You know, it's
yeah,
that's something that I like to see from anybody. Is just like you're booking in the podcast,
yeah,
you're meeting people out there. So I can tell like it means a lot to you. That's why I'm excited that you're
yeah,
here. Excited to do this together with you. And there's so many good Hispanic-owned businesses around here. Except, honestly, some of the best food, the
yeah,
best food, is probably through Hispanic-owned businesses, and they got great food. But um, I have a feeling. Again, I don't speak Spanish
yeah.
very well.
Soon you will.
Learning Spanish. Soon I will. Yeah. Uh, but I have a feeling they could use better marketing. You know, better
Yeah,
presentation,
yeah.
and to be able to do that through the podcast is going to be really cool to see.
Yeah, yeah, definitely better representation as far as marketing and branding. And sometimes it's because our community doesn't know. We're used to one thing, and we stick with it. We're loyal to the food, to the music, to the way things have been. But uh, I think my job right now is just opening their minds to like, hey, this is what your business could be. You
Yeah.
can attract new people. You can be more. You don't need that plain looking whatever. You can a
Mm.
few steps, maybe a little bit more money,
Mm.
and you can just be branded. We're like, whoa, like I never thought my business could be presented in such a way,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah. Do you think that's, I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just thinking about why that could be for an Hispanic owned business. Maybe I'm thinking that if they are like first or second generation, they've recently moved here, didn't
yeah,
speak English. I imagine that's probably pretty, that's a
I
big
think
thing,
one
probably pretty
thing
scary at times. So
I would
you,
say here locally, one thing could be the language, right?
yeah.
You know, like I have a new client and she was like, I'm so happy you speak Spanish because I feel like I got my vision across to you. If you didn't know Spanish, I wouldn't know what words to say to tell
Mm.
you what I want.
Mm.
And so that spoke to me. I was like, okay, great. Like I'm doing something good. So one thing could be the language. The other thing is, and I'm going to use my dad's case. My dad's done construction for 30 years. Um, he came to build something for us, provide, and work.
Mm.
And so sometimes there's not enough time to take care of the loose ends. My
Mm.
image, what gear am I, it's just, they're calling me right now. I'm gonna go build a house, and that's what I'm gonna do. So along the way, that's what me and my brothers learned. Like, okay, my dad has this construction company. I think he needs a logo. I think he needs uniforms,
Mm.
And so I would say another part of it is that sometimes the business owners don't have time because they're already having a lot on their plate. And something I'm learning now is delegating things to other people.
Mm.
So I think, and trust, because a lot of us Hispanics have been screwed over. Like you trust somebody and you pay them, and then they don't give you what they said. So it becomes more
Yeah.
like a very tight knit. Like we're not gonna let you. Like even me, like I felt like I had to prove myself this last year to kind of get into the community.
Mm.
So and I understand why, because there's the risk of you trusting somebody and they don't give you what you pay for, the not knowing how to delegate and trusting others, and then you're just too busy to try to focus on those things. So hopefully with what I'm doing and what we do, we can help. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
sorry,
So
my answers are so.
no, it was good. It was good. So you also run another company. Well, a company you run, RJ. Sorry, RG.
RG.
Oh, yeah. My G's and my J's. RG Print Studio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And how long
do.
have you been doing that?
For about 15 years, maybe more. It's been through so many names until I got stuck with RG Print Studio because I didn't want to be known just as a print shop.
Mm.
Me like, which a lot of people see me as that anyways, but it's more than just let me print a T-shirt for you and see you later. Like I want there to be like a connection with the client and see what they want.
Mm-hmm.
How can I help you fulfill your vision, kind of thing. And that's why it's like studio, because the studio is more like, it's like if
Yeah.
when you call a law firm,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's not called the lawyer shop or whatever. It's like
Yeah. It encompasses more, right?
yeah,
When people hear it, they think more things. Like, for example, the studio we're in, we can talk about it. You asked me a question a minute ago, and this is something I just want to talk about too. Like the brainstorm space we're
yeah,
in, the studio, is a facility we use to record our podcast and
yeah,
our content and to do what we do. And it's launching as a kind of a public space now. You can have a membership to get
yeah,
even more content creators in here. However, the stuff you make in here is yours.
yeah,
Like Level Up Russellville is mine.
yeah.
And have we said what we're calling the other one? And we
Uh,
just, I don't know if we
I would,
finalized it, but
yeah. Well, I think you got it. I mean, like I said, for some time now, I kind of don't want to fight things. Like I feel like you already kind of researched it or came up with it, and it goes with what you're doing. So I was like, I think that's great, which is what is it? Eleva? Yeah, Eleva Russellville.
Eleva Russellville.
Eleva.
Sounds good. That sounds good, and it's essentially the, again, I mean, it's about the same thing, and for as long as you want to use that and push it forward, you can, and then if you say a certain amount of episodes down the line, figure out that something else kind of aligns better with what
Yeah.
you want to make, then absolutely.
Yeah.
But this is kind of an entryway into it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's gonna be cool to see. You've already got one episode down, a couple more on the calendar. So everyone that's listening to this, the Eleva Russellville is going to be in Spanish. So if you don't speak Spanish,
Eleva, Spanish.
or Spanglish at least.
We open a Spanglish. I mean, it depends. Somebody might come in and they want to do all English, but I guess just organic, like go with the flow. Because yeah, that's the best thing. Go with the flow.
Yeah. So, this audience, you should still definitely check it out and share it. But I know it's gonna pop off on its own.
They're
There's
probably gonna
huge
find out
Hispanic
one of the
community
best restaurants for now.
There is a huge Hispanic community around here. It's gonna pop off.
And
They've
I
been
didn't know
so
it was-
supportive.
I didn't know it was that big. Because
Yeah,
I came on
especially if you start looking at
vacation.
Yale County too, like just south of the
No,
river.
I didn't know. Like I thought it was just gonna be me and my wife and like whoever I've seen, but now I'm like, what? Like it's pretty big. I stopped at Springdale, and I went to two banks, and it like most everybody was Hispanic. I was like, what? Am I in East LA or what?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no, it's they're gonna love it because all the content that we haven't made a ton, but any content that we've made with someone a part of that community, they'll go and share it with their people, and I can just see it does very, very well because it's just like honestly the other side of the community, the English speaking community. There's the same problem around here, which is nobody. Well, there's the same opportunity, I should say.
yeah,
Not it. Nobody's doing something like this
yeah,
consistently, and to see just over the past not even 6 months of doing Level Up Russellville, it's been cool. It's been cool to get feedback. Cool to work with new people.
yeah,
I'm not going to say we've done anything too drastic, but I'm going to be here for a long time doing this and getting better at it every single month. So, yeah, a lot of opportunity ahead. Russellville or Arkansas as a whole is just ready to pop off. OB resolved. So I like that. You were. What is your first name?
So my first name's Josue.
Josue.
it's
I feel like I
J-O-S
remember speaking about that.
Josue. So my dad's name is Jose. I don't know if he put the U in between. I don't know, but Josue means Joshua in English. So I had a lot of issues or problems with people pronouncing because remember in the 80s there was a lot of Hispanics in LA, but not really. That's kind of when there's a big influx of just a whole bunch of us, I guess, coming or whatever. And so at school, they would call me Josu because they were reading it in English. So from early on, I was like, you know what? I do not like to be called Josu. So I would just say, call me Josh. It means Joshua. So then Josh Rosales, Josh. And then my middle name's Obed. So when I was a teenager, one of my buddies' name was Obed too. And people would call him Obi. So I was like, I like that. I'm going to snatch that. So it just stuck Obi. So
There you go.
I've been Obi for a long time, but which kind of sucks because like I want to be professional. So whenever I meet a new client or whatnot, I'm like, my name's Josue, right? And once we become friends, they're like, I didn't know you were called Obi, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I introduced myself as my name, but I mean honestly, Obi just kind of always creeps up. So I just on social media, I'm just Obi, So.
There you go. There you go. Well, anything else you want to add?
I would say that we've been in this community for about 16 months, and me and my wife really love it. I think that everybody here is very welcoming, family oriented, supportive. Shout out to the tribe, all the families out there. And my kids love it. My son was having a conversation with me. He's like, Dad, why didn't we move out here sooner? And I was just like, well, I was deciding somewhere to move. I just didn't know where, And so we're truly happy, and I just can't wait to see what comes out of this. Me and my family have we're creatives. Like my wife, she can play the bass, she can sing. I mean, she's embarrassed, but I mean, me and her used to go to concerts, and we met through music. And then my kids, they do music too. My middle daughter's learning piano. They're into sports, so I'm really excited to watch my family grow here,
Mhm.
and then see what I can bring to the table. I mean, I think it's a really great community. Like we love it. It's tranquil. Like that's what we needed, and so doing this is also helping me to get my artistry out. You know,
Mhm.
because like I think we had a conversation. I felt frustrated because I would message people. Hey, do you know where there's a recording studio or somewhere to record or whatever,
Mhm.
or rehearse? And everybody was like, I don't know, I don't think there's anything like that here. So once you came up on my feed, I was like, I gotta hit you up, and now we're here. So, I would say just be open to what others can bring to the table, even if they're different or there's a difference, because you don't know what might be on the other side of that coin, you know.
Mhm.
So, which is
Absolutely.
kind of what this thing we're doing. My hopes is to see uh, uh, highlight the differences in the community,
Yeah.
as far as English, Spanish, and there's just a lot of people. And I know our community is going to be really happy that we're doing this, because sometimes you want others to know about you, but the language is a barrier sometimes. So hopefully this
Mhm.
will be a bridge to something else.
I think it will be. I think it will be, Obi.
Yeah.
There's going to be challenges ahead. You with anything, there's going to
Yeah.
be challenges. You're going to not want to do it some days, but perseverance is going to pay off. And I
Yeah.
hope that uh, just the kind of results I've seen, just trying to, my goal, and I hope I hit this every episode, is highlighting, adding value in some way. So the ones where
Yeah.
I'm interviewing somebody, highlighting them, their
Yeah.
business, what they're doing, and in some way impacting their world,
Yeah.
making it not about me, but about them. So I'm excited to see it, excited to listen. And, through my also studying Spanish. So
Yeah.
listening is a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm not studying Spanish in like a traditional school way. All my study right now has just been listening and reading.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to like hear the words now, which, for any English speaker who's taken Spanish, especially someone around here, the thing is y'all talk so fast, like people that speak Spanish. It is just fast. I don't even
Yeah.
try. But now I can like hear most of the words. I
Yeah.
still don't know what a lot of them mean. And some of them do run together, but it's cool.
Yeah. And then
It's cool.
there's different types of not Spanish, but like accents.
I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Yeah, there's
I
the
haven't gotten to
fast,
that point.
like for example, from my wife's side, they're the Central American side, so they speak super fast.
Mm.
And me, I had to learn how to catch up with it too. And then Mexico, there's the super fast, and then there's the super mellow, like hey, oh, da, 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 da. And I'm like, whoa,
Is
like
that Spain or is that somewhere
no,
else?
at certain regions in Mexico, it's just like chill. Like I think my family's from Juarez, so I don't remember anybody speaking very fast. So it's just mellow. Like if they were hired, I don't know. It's just like, hey, why don't you go to the tortilla place and get the milk? Right? It's just like la leche, trae la leche, porque da 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 da. And I'm like, whoa. Like for me, I had to kind of pick up. But
Mm.
actually, someone was with me the other day, and one of my clients was speaking, and then somebody, I think it was my son, Dad, that guy was speaking so fast, man. How did you understand him? Like, well, I had to learn how to pick up on words fast, because
Mm.
then I'll be like, what did you say? And I don't want to be that guy. So I was just encouraging to like,
How do you say that? ¿Cómo se dice? What do you say?
what do you say? Is this como se dice?
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
So like, ¿cómo se dice
Pluma, which
pluma?
means pen.
But then if I didn't understand what you said, I could also say ¿cómo se dice? Or would I just say
Yeah.
¿cómo?
Como se dice, or como se llama. Llama means like, what is it called? And it's something
se llama?
that for me, it's kind of like, whoa, like in Spanish, some things can mean a lot of things, just by the same thing or by the way you say it.
Yeah.
So it's
English
tricky.
too.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
So, ¿cómo se dice? O ¿cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah.
You know, como se abre. So it's just like como, and then you just add. Como se abre means how do you open it? Como se llama is what is it called?
Hmm.
You know, so it's just
So you can just keep going forever.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll get there one day. It's gonna take years. It'll take a lifetime, but that's okay.
Well, hey, maybe you'll be doing a Spanish podcast. You never know. It's not.
Oh,
I
definitely.
mean, maybe to me it's not as
One day.
complicated but it does take time. What I told you, it would help me to learn Spanish was write music in Spanish, because I was writing a song and I was like, okay, how do you interpret this from English to Spanish, but it doesn't sound stupid, right? And then I would ask around with my cousins, hey, you're straight from Mexico. How do you say this? You know, and they'll let me know. So it's gonna take that. So I would say write an essay, maybe some sentences.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, what I'm doing is listening to audiobooks while, like, these are little short stories, and then
Yeah.
they have a PDF with it. So I'll read just to. But yes, I'll add that to my list as well.
Yeah, I would say the best thing to do is to just act it out. Like today, I'm gonna go to this Mexican restaurant and I'm gonna order in Spanish. You know, like
Yeah.
just the sentence. Like
A lot of people, and I will say, I'm probably under that umbrella too. A lot of people are scared of that, you know, of ordering a different language, because you're like,
they can
what
make
are
fun
they,
of you.
what are they gonna think? Or
I'll
you
go
know,
with you for moral support. I'll let you look. For example, you can go to the store and be like, "Me puede dar una sopa? Like, me puede dar un atole con un burrito?" That means atole is kind of like a. Honestly, I don't even know
puede
how to
is
say it.
want, right? Me
Huh?
puede, I
Me,
want
me puedes
one.
dar is can I have,
Oh, can I have?
or I want. So it just depends on how they get. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not a Spanish major, so don't kind of quote me on this.
So
But
how do I make it not rude? Because I want is more rude than I would
yeah,
like.
yeah. If
Right?
you just show up, me puedes dar, you're kind of showing up like demanding. So you could just show up and say, disculpe, which means excuse me, right?
Mm.
Yeah, disculpe, me puede dar un burrito de carne asada, which you're saying, excuse me, can you give me a burrito, a carne asada burrito?
Yeah.
But in Spanish, it doesn't come out as give me. It's just me puedes, like, can you give me, or can you please? Man, bro, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot.
A lot goes into that umbrella. Okay. Okay. Well,
Watch
good to know.
somebody watching this, they're like, that's not how you say it. Hey, I said I'm not a Spanish major, so
Yeah, I don't want to be a Spanish major. I don't want to be an English. I just want to be conversational, understand what people are saying,
yeah.
and expand, and use that to expand relationships and business, and just learn more about
Yeah.
different cultures. Because
Yeah,
You know,
and
that's
it's
cool.
shocking when somebody knows Spanish, because somebody will assume they might even talk about you, and you
oh
could
yeah,
be like,
that'll be cool. One
you're
day
gonna be
when I'm
like,
there, just listen to people
somebody's
talking
talking about you. Look at this guy over here.
Look at that
And you're
dumb-looking guy over there.
and
And
you're
then
gonna be like,
you're gonna just-
discúlpame. Like, what? They're gonna run out. It's happened to me.
It's
I
happened.
have a client.
It's happened to you in Spanish.
Yeah, not in a bad way, but like I have a client named Will, and I always thought he never knew Spanish. And then I don't know, we were talking about it. He's like, "Hey, man, yo sé español. ¿Qué tú piensas?" And I'm like, "What the heck?" Anyway, shout out to Quantum. He's a really good client of mine out in California. So, but it happens. So you just had to be careful who you talk to, because they could be any race, and you wouldn't know that they know Spanish.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
So you gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know who you're talking about, because they'll be looking at you like, "What? ¿Qué dices?" You know. So, I mean,
Awesome.
you gotta understand, like, Spanish went all over southern, central, up to the coast.
Spanish is everywhere.
So it's everywhere, and then there's different kinds of Spanish. I'm like, whoa. But anyways, the Spanish I know, I don't even know what kind of Spanish or what accent, because honestly, I learned it on the road, like touring and singing in Spanish. So
It's the OB accent.
yeah, Obi. So, anyways, I'm excited. So
Nice. Oh, well, awesome. For everyone listening, thank you for listening. Check out Eleva Russellville on Spotify, Facebook, all the platforms we're on. Some cool interviews going down, some cool content, and excited to do this.
awesome. Eleva Russellville.